providing these prosthetic devices for children with amputations provide me with that adapted equipment that I need to do the thing that I want to do. A child, the concept of what does a child want to do? A child wants to play. Like, play is so much part of their lives. So the question is, providing this device, will it allow them to play?
Sparky is an initiative where we are looking at trying to provide prosthetics to young amputees in Southern Africa who are not able to access prosthetics quickly, easily and affordably, as well as having comfort and function.
One of the really important things with a kind of workshop like this is bringing people together. Ideas are often better and stronger and more likely to be successful if lots of people who are involved in that area have had some kind of input in the development of those ideas.
We're using design thinking in this context because it's a way for many people with different backgrounds to work together. It's very important that we get all the right people in the room together so that we can manage this process effectively.
I would expect that we get a much better understanding of the kind of solutions that we need to create and the people that we're trying to help.
I think a two-way conversation would be beneficial because I would need to tell you, I would want to be involved in the process of getting my prosthetic to how I need it because of my lifestyle. So having that engagement with somebody to tell them exactly what I need and how it needs to function for me to improve my mobility and my function would be very helpful.
What's quite nice about what I can bring to the table is that I've been through this whole journey of being an amputee myself, so I understand what people are looking for.
These types of conferences allow us to think out the box. And if sky was the limit, what could we do? And it changes your thinking to the possibilities.
So this workshop's really interesting because we have a solution in mind, right? Which is not usually what we do in design thinking. So for this workshop, we're looking to 3D print prosthetics. And the workshops is basically how do we leverage that technology. So before we invest time, money and effort into something a little bit more expensive, we're just utilizing paper and a little bit of craft materials to just bring the idea to life so that we can get some feedback from our users. And our users in this case are the amputees and the healthcare practitioners.
I think as research has transformed over the recent years, we're becoming more and more aware that we have to involve the individuals within our research project. And so this allows for that, where we have individuals with amputation embedded within the actual conversations, within the project design.
So really the objective of this workshop is by getting all these stakeholders, scientists, allied health professions, amputees in the one room, we can then thrash out what the best steps are to get to that point. Once you've got that, we are then in a position to apply for large-scale grant funding to get a series of studies launched so we can get the best prototypes developed in the longer term.
So we were able to use an app for a mobile phone to make use of the phone's camera to do a 3D scanning of the residual limb. Once we scanned the hand in, we could design a part that would fit over the hand. And in theory, we could then use the same methodology to 3D scan in a residual limb to identify the surface features that would be needed by the prosthetist when designing a limb before one of the actual appointments, thereby saving time and money. And essentially, this shows the cost efficiency of using the mobile app.
The workshop, I think, was beneficial for so many reasons. It sort of allows for collaboration of ideas, spitballing things. There are no wrong answers when it comes to coming up with new creative ideas. And I think just having that space and allowing for problems to be heard and then solutions to be built around them is just such a valuable thing.
This has been, sure, eye-opening. I mean, I thought I kind of knew what was out there, but to actually see things being made, 3D things, because sometimes an idea is just so far-fetched until it's brought to you. And seeing that, maybe in a couple of years, a lot of other people and even kids will have a different experience to what I've had.
Potentially we could be molding onto a 3D printed limb rather than a cement casted limb. So it's all super exciting. Yes, there's lots of problem solving, but it's in a very different context. So this has been super exciting, super enlightening, and very tiring for the brain, but I've loved every minute of it.
The inspiration around coming here would look at enhancing or providing further opportunities to allow those individuals to continue to strive and to thrive and to flourish in whatever they may pursue.
Sparky 2024!